Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League is an open-world shooter game having you play as a member of the Suicide Squad. I've played through the main story and am ready to let you know what the game has to offer to help you make a decision on whether or not this is worth your precious time and money. So, sit back, relax, let me give you an overview, and make sure you stick around to the end for my final thoughts and rating of this game.
Hey, Suicide Squad!
The weather, gentrification, the alien invasion.
Metropolis is under alien occupation, with nobody around to save the day. With no other choice, the local militia recruit a group of powerful misfits from jail, using some less than ethical tactics to keep them under control, thus creating the Suicide Squad. A team of powerful, crazy, and psychotic ne'er-do-wells that are completely expendable in the current fight against the invasion.
Welcome to Task Force X.
Hold the F-wording door! Is that the inner sanctum?
Most of the time, you will be moving around town fighting packs of enemies. Nothing terrible there. However, the squad will constantly be talking amongst themselves, and they can be quite mouthy. No reservations when it comes to strong language. The cutscenes are where most of the mature graphic situations occur. Between dismemberments and bloody messes, they can be a bit much for the kiddos.
I gave you half-wits orders. Suit up and get out.
The squad is made up of 4 characters, all of which you can play as whenever you want. Deadshot, the master assassin with a jetpack and a score to settle. Harley Quinn, ex-partner to the Joker and always down for some fun death rides. Captain Boomerang, the mouthy, obnoxious man from down under. And King Shark, a shark human-like guy who's really strong and kind of an oaf.
You found the Riddler's hat of invisibility! Ooh, nothing says international assassin like a frickin' jetpack.
All the characters will have unique abilities to move quickly around Metropolis, allowing them to take to the skies, if just for a moment, and navigate onto or around buildings. They can all climb as well, impossibly fast, but with endless energy, all the way to the top of the tallest buildings. Thankfully, they won't suffer any fall damage either, so you can jump or fall all the way back down with no fear.
Whatever Brainiac has done.
He did not confiscate our grenades. That was generous.
While fighting, you will have access to guns and melee weapons. Every character has a couple weapon types only they can use, while other weapons can be used by anyone. Jump into a crowd and toss some grenades, use the special skills of your chosen character, and just destroy everything around you. Some enemies will attempt to hit you with a very strong attack, notifying you with a small signal around them. You can counter-shot that attack, causing a lot of damage and stopping them from hurting you.
Brain's not gonna upgrade itself. At least, not yet.
This game involves gaining experience points and leveling up, giving you a point for every level to allocate in one of the 3 skill trees for every character. You can't manually select what tree to put your points in. The current level will dictate what tree the next point goes into. The game allows you to change up your points at any time, giving you a chance to play with a lot of different builds before finding something you really like. The character you play will be the one gaining all of the experience, so you will have to change characters around if you want them all to be around the same level.
Don't worry, Miss Quinn. I'll be gentle. With your brain. Your brain.
This could be my new signature, thing.
You will end up finding a lot of different pieces of gear for your squad, with different rarities and random augments. Gear can be found after defeating enemies or as a reward for completing missions. Sometimes it seems way too easy to miss items lying on the ground, but the game does automatically put it in your inventory if you travel too far away. And the squad members you aren't playing on will automatically equip upgrades when picked up.
Nice job, though.
But when it comes to guns, you can always rely on a penguin.
Taking on an alien invasion is tough, and darn near impossible without a little help. Thankfully, you will run into a few characters that, after helping them, will hang out at home base to help you with your gear. You can use materials found in the city to make some new gear or upgrade your current stuff. You can also change out some of the useless modifiers for hopefully a better one. You can even enhance your melee weapons or grenades with elements, giving you a whole new way to kick ass.
Technically, it crystallizes the fluid in their bodies, but I think deep freeze sounds scarier.
This one shouldn't be too much of an issue for you.
Eventually, you will be able to undertake small contracts rewarding you with various materials and experience. You will be given different contracts to choose from and select. While the contract is selected and you accomplish what it's asking, you'll be able to grab your reward and select a new one. There will also be some daily missions, that's real-time daily, that could possibly give you some really nice gear. You just have to get on every day and work for it.
And done. Take your payment.
Riddle me this. What has 4 unexploded heads?
For some reason, the Riddler has decided to hide various activities and trophies around the city for you to find. Timed events forcing you through circles to get the best time, or riddles in certain areas asking you to scan the answer. The rewards for success ranged from different cosmetics to Codex entries. I never found a reward worthwhile that would increase my character's abilities, so I didn't do a whole lot of these.
Well done. Perhaps I estimated you all.
The Codex will be filled with small bits of story pertaining to the characters and enemies in the game. It makes for a fun read and expands on the entire story. Codex entries are unlocked as you move through the story or rewarded for other actions. There, you can learn a little bit more about how the characters act or how an enemy can be taken out. I ended up having a lot of fun playing the game, and I believe it has to do with expectations. I found the game to have some difficult parts, but most of the time it was flying around town with overpowered skills, just destroying enemies. It can't be taken too seriously, and it was built around the idea of playing with friends. Now, the gameplay was repetitive, with every mission feeling nearly identical, with small changes like how enemies are damaged or what the overall goal was. But they all involved moving around, destroying enemies until it was done. The game looked very good, and I loved the fitting expressions on the characters' faces during the cutscenes. It wasn't perfect though. I did run into a few oddities like a tank lying upside down and almost invincible because of it. The game did have a couple buggy spots here and there, but overall it worked quite well. I really enjoyed the story. It's always cool to me to see how nearly regular people are going to take on super powerful enemies in comic book stories. Fascinating to understand heroes are amazing and tough, but never invincible. There will always be a way. Unless they are invincible, but where's the good story drama in something like that? There is a lot offered for endgame content, giving you the chance to run missions forever, increasing levels and accruing stronger gear. It's an ongoing process defeating the purpose of replaying the game. The only time I would think of replaying story missions would be if I had a friend I was playing with and helping them catch up to play in endgame stuff. Have you had a chance to check this game out yet? Are you holding off? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And it is now time to rate it and throw it onto a shelf. The visuals were great, coming in at a 4. I was laughing a lot and really enjoyed this story. It's another 4. The gameplay was repetitive, but enjoyable. I'm feeling a 3. Replayability was kind of tough, seeing as how the missions felt very similar, but you won't have the levels you work towards if you restart, so that's a 1 from me. Overall, I had a blast playing this game, handing out another 4, giving Suicide Squad an overall score of 3.2 out of 5, just barely squeaking onto the top shelf. Now, I really enjoyed the game and think it's quite fun, but I don't think you would be missing much if you waited for a sale before getting it. And while you're here, you should check out some of the other shooter games I've reviewed. If you want to wait on this, there might be something else you're looking for.